Let's head to the phones, and joining us right now, the son of Donald Trump. This is Donald J. Trump Jr. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for joining us out here in West Texas today. Appreciate it.
Well, I love West Texas. I'm a big hunter and shooter and all that, so I spend quite a bit of time there.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming on. Here's what I want to get from you first of all. This is obviously your father's campaign different than what we've seen beforehand, and one of the reasons why is because it seems as though everyone in the family is actively involved and out there campaigning. How do you think that helps your father's campaign?
Listen, I mean, I think plenty of people have other people that are surrogates. I can speak to my father because I'm his son. I've been in the family. I've been in the business. I joke for 38 years because that's the way we were brought up in the business. And at the same time, I see a warmer side of Trump. I know the guy at the Christmas dinner table. I know the guy teaching my 18-month-old daughter how to swing a golf club. He's a great guy. He's a great American. He loves this country, and he's sick of seeing it be destroyed by people. He calls them political hacks. They're not even that, but guys that are making trillion-dollar decisions that have never had to make real decisions where their own money's at stake. They've never had to make decisions in the real world. They've never employed a single person, yet they're talking about creating jobs. He's sick of that. He could sit back right now and retire and play golf for the rest of his life and lead a great life. But he loves this country too much. He loves the opportunity it's given him. He loves the business it's allowed him to create. It loves what it's been able to do for his family and for the people that he employs. He wants to give back, so he's thrown himself into this really difficult and thankless process because he knows he can make a difference. And that message is resonating with people. He's finally giving Americans a voice again for the first time in a long time, and especially hardworking blue-collar, hard-working Americans that have been so neglected, in the past. We take care of people who hate us. We take care of people who don't belong in the country. We take care of countries and ideologies that would love to see us wiped off the face of the earth. We take care of them better than we do Americans. Better than, we don't even educate our kids anymore, hardly. We don't take care of our vets coming back from the wars. Hardworking Americans have been left in the dust. And you know what? He's sick of it, and the message is resonating.
Visiting with Donald J. Trump Jr. here on the Chad Hasty Show. You brought up something earlier that I think has been very interesting and something that really hasn't been talked about a lot, and that is the behind-the-scenes Donald Trump. I've heard numerous interviews where people who have known your father for a long time say, the person that you see on the campaign trail is different from the guy that we know behind the scenes. So talk to that a little bit. How can you explain to voters who the real Donald Trump is behind the scenes? Let's say you're in a business deal. It's you and him. You're at a business table. You're making a deal. What do people need to know about the behind the scenes, off-camera Donald Trump?
Well, listen, I think the business side is often what you see is but he can also be a really warm guy. We've done deals all over the world with people from all different backgrounds, all different cultures, all this. He can be diplomatic. He can do that better. You can't have his track record of success. You can't do the deals he's done all over the world if you weren't able to do that. But there comes a time where you actually also have to break out the hammer. You have to stop, the sweet talk and pretending that everything's okay, and you actually have to address real issues, and that's what he's done. He's brought real issues to the table that no one would even, it's taboo, I'm going to be branded something. He's said, no, this is a real problem, guys. We actually have to talk about it, and I'm not going to let you get away with skirting around the issue. As a family guy, he's amazing. I mean, no one could be more warm. No one's more loving, caring. You don't see that as much. I see it with my, I have 5 kids of my own, and so I see it with, not only with us and the way he brought us up, but, he brought us up. It could have been a total disaster. You don't hear about many kids of billionaires where there's a success story there.
Right.
But, he taught us values. He taught us work ethic. He taught us to understand the value of a dollar. He taught us to know how damn lucky we were. And to not take that for granted, to not squander, those opportunities. So, to say we weren't spoiled is laughable, but we were spoiled with great experiences. We were spoiled with great education. It wasn't, here's whatever you want, get out of my hair, leave me alone. Those things really mattered to him. I always joke, I'm the only son of a billionaire who's more comfortable in a D10 Caterpillar than a golf cart, because I've spent more time on a D10 Caterpillar than I have a golf cart. Because those are the kind of jobs we had to do growing up. If you're going to tell someone to dig a ditch, you better know how to do it yourself, and you better know how long it takes. So those are things, he always instilled in us. And so, he's different, but he's got an incredible sense of humor. We joke at the family table. It's, every opportunity, every family meal that's not on camera is like a lost moment in television, because he's just got a great sense of humor. The ribbing and the riding, it's a lot of fun. But he's a caring guy, and he gives people opportunity. And I think that's what's resonating so well with people across the country is, you know, they feel like they're talking with him. He's not talking at them. And that's been lost, too.
I know you're on a media whirlwind tour, so before I let you go...
Oh, I got a few minutes.
Okay, great. What are your predictions for today? Super Tuesday here in the state of Texas and throughout the rest of the Super Tuesday states.
Well, listen, I think we're going to do very well. I think we're going to be very happy tonight. I mean, you know, Texas, hopefully we win it. I think that's always going to be tougher, and, you know, with Ted's from Texas, and I think Texas, I spend enough time in Texas to know that, you know, if something's from Texas, Texas will always give it much more opportunity than perhaps it oftentimes deserves. But, you know, listen, I think we're going to do really well. I'd love to see a strong turnout in Texas for us. You know, Jesse James is a good friend of ours, and, you know, he was on the show, and, you know, he's come out in support of us. He's a big Texan guy, and, you know, it's great seeing just the outreach. But what it is, you know, just hardworking Americans coming up to me when I'm going all over the country, man, you know, thank you for letting your father do this. Not as though I have any control of him, but, you know, they're thanking me for that because they see that he's changing the game. It's not the same old, you know, I'll tell you what you want to hear, and then I'm going to go do whatever the guys writing the checks for my campaign are telling me. You know, it's different. My father doesn't need their money. He's not taking their money. That's why he's financing his own campaign, because he wants Americans to know, hey, I'm not bought and paid for like everyone else. You know, he can actually make a real difference, and he can win. He's bringing people to the party that haven't otherwise been, you know, GOP guys. We're getting a record turnouts in all of these places because he's actually, you know, getting people who haven't voted in 15, 20 years, and they're coming up to me and telling me, I haven't voted in 30 years. I'm saying, wow, that's kind of amazing, but no one's spoken to me. No one's, you know, motivated me to do it. And so we're bringing new people to the party. We're going to win states that the GOP hasn't looked at winning in years, you know, decades probably, maybe if in my lifetime. You know, we're going to bring those guys to the table. We can actually win this thing. You know, the GOPs are so great at putting their perfect candidate up there who can't possibly win a general election. You know, we can do that, and we're going to do it. It's going to be awesome, and we just look forward to making America great again.
Visiting with Donald J. Trump Jr., we appreciate your time today, and good luck today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have fun up there.
Oh, I will.
All right. That's Donald J. Trump Jr. Appreciate him for coming on the show today.